Hi everyone, Pauline here. This is my second attempt at this video. The last one I did, everything was out of camera range, so I'm going to have to do it again. This is my thrift shop and $2 shop finds, so I'll start all over again. What I got was this basket here. It was only $2. It's quite good metal, and I think it just was asking to be changed, to be altered. So yeah, I'm going to have to do that. It holds a fair bit. I've put stuff in it from the op shop, and it held quite a bit. So I'll change that. Another thing I got was these. These are mainly wooden serviette rings, but one of them was a little cup, or a little wooden bucket or something like that. So I thought I'll be able to use those in my newly acquired miniature ambition. So we'll see how that goes. The other thing I got was the boot. It was quite good. It's in good condition. I thought that I might be able to make a pincushion or something out of it. And sorry about the noise, I was just moving something. Yeah, so I thought I'd make a nice pincushion type boot. So I'll have a go at that. Then I got these little chappies. Now they're actually Christmas, because this one's holding a little present and this one's holding a heart, but I thought they might make great little wizards, because I think I might be able to do a Harry Potter project for my grandchildren who love Harry Potter. And when I saw these little ones, I just saw the hat and it looked like Fiona's little green wizard hat. So I'll give it a go, and I'll paint these little ones up and see how they go. Then I found two little piggies. One little piggy was missing. There's this little piggy and this little piggy. Now I think this little piggy, they had roast beef, and this little piggy stayed home. But the one that went to market, I think, is still at the market. But I actually got these, I think, for a friend. She does miniatures too, and she likes doing animal creatures. So I might set those aside for her. Talking about creatures, I found this little deer, or might look like one of those African animals. Sorry, my brain just went dead. And I found a little squirrel, and I found this little fellow here. I think it's a hedgehog. It looks like a hedgehog. So I thought they might go into some miniatures project too. I didn't pay very much for them, so it was good. The other thing I found was some lanterns. There was this lantern, and there was this one. Now this one has a handle, and it has glass on all four sides, and the little door opens up. So, and that was $3. So I thought, well, I'm certainly going to do something with that. Then the other one was $2. It's got a handle missing, and it also has a piece of glass missing. But I might be able to put some perspex or something in there to make that. But the little door opens, and I'm sure I can arrange to put a handle on it. So I've got those pair to change. I actually have a really big one outside, but I think it's too big to work with. So I'll work with these little ones, and we'll see how it goes. Certainly going to be very, very busy. I found this little this little angel in the shop as well. Had these, it's a U, but it looks like two pillars. And I was watching Fiona's Weatherby boot sale today, and she had some pillars there, and it just reminded me of this little angel sitting amongst the pillars. So I'm sure that she could do with a little doing up, but and she should be quite happy when it's all finished. Okay. The next thing was a box. This is the box. It's a jewellery box. It's fairly good condition, other than the little top of the latch is missing, and yeah, it has unusual hinges at the back. I haven't seen these hinges before, but the casing's pretty good. It's got some nice designs. It's got nice roses on it. So I might leave it like that, shabby chic, and just dress it up a bit. So we'll see what happens with that. But it's fairly big. As I said, all timber. Now what I found that I really was happy about was this box. It looks just like a treasure chest. It's a little dilapidated. It's lost its hinge here, and on the back, the little hinges at the back are missing some screws, but I'm sure I'll put those back in. But I really liked the way all this is done. I don't have to do anything to it. It just looks like a treasure chest. It has chains there to hold it, so that's what's stopping it from totally falling apart. It's meant as a jewellery box, but I don't like the red. I might pull that out and do something else with it. But other than that, I just love the outside. It just looks so much like a treasure box. So that might go in the Harry Potter program that I've got in my head. So we'll see how that goes too. Now, what else was there? Oh yes, I got some candles. Because I've already done this video, I have put it somewhere. Oh, there they are. I found these candles. They're thin paper candles, but Fiona was doing her candlesticks, and she was using glue sticks. Well, these are quite thin. They're about the size of the glue stick. Sorry, she was using glue stick, about the glue stick, and it's a real candle. So I might be able to light it, and all the wax will go down naturally with a hat, and to use any glue. So that's those. They're only $1, and they're, you know, I should get a few out of each one of those. Right, now, I think that was all from that shop. All that only cost me $14, which I was happy about. Next thing I got from the $2 shops were, I got these casters. They're 30mm. I use the Tim Holtz casters, but these are about the same size. So I thought I'll give them a go in one of my projects. And they were $5.50 for 4, so it wasn't a bad price. I also picked up some auto globes, but what I thought I could use those for was in something steampunky, and it's got the little globes. They're only $2, so yeah, they're hard to get the little globes here unless you buy the Tim Holtz ones, and they're a little bit more expensive. So I'll see how they turn out. I think they should turn out quite well. They're only little. They're actually tail lights from the cars, so that'll be good. I also got some hacksaw blades. I did buy myself a couple of new hacksaws, a little one and a 12-inch one, but I want to cut off the ends of spoons, and I needed a blade that would go through metal. So apparently that's what this does. It will go through metal. So let's hope that I'll be able to do that project. I also found some jewel box hinges. This is the piano hinge. I rather like these. I could probably put them on journals too. It gives it it's a lot sturdier with the piano hinge. So I think I really like to do that. I did find other pieces. I found this button catch for a box. It's just, I got a couple actually. This one's just a different design. And these are all about $3.30 or so. I think that's the same one, yeah. I must have got two of that one. And then there was this one here, which is a little bit different. They all kind of latch on a little bit different. It's a bit bigger, so that'll do a bigger box. I might be able to put that on that jewellery box that was missing one. And then there was this design here. I've seen this one on a lot, you know, the normal boxes that you buy. Well, you probably buy them from Michael's or Joann's or something, but we get them from the $2 shops here. And that's another latch. Not often to find them here. And then I found this latch. This actually amazes me. It's kind of like a hook. It reminds me of Captain Hook in Peter Pan. So that might look quite interesting on the treasure box with that, you know, Captain Hook's little point in it. So, yep. So that was that. That was from one shop. And then I had another shop. I got these. Now these are quite interesting. They're actually pegs or laundry pinchers they've got on that. They're $3 for 12, but they are really, really good to hold your projects down when you've got to have two pieces together. And it just, there's a big flat area there, so it does hold the project in. I know Anna from Paper Creations uses these a lot, and I found them quite useful. So if you ever see these larger ones, and I actually have even larger ones again, they're nearly as big as your hand, but these ones will do for something smaller. What else? Okay, I got this. It's an onion holder, but the reason I got this was for quilling. There is a quilling tool that you use, and it's just like this, but it's a lot more expensive, and this is only $2.20. So if you do quilling and you need the tool, and you can also use this in paper making and enamelling, so it's quite handy. So it's not just for the onion. I also got some palette knife set. It was only $1.80. This is to use when I'm using my modelling paste. I don't do a lot of clay modelling, even though I'm not going to say I'll never do it, but at the moment I use that for my modelling paste, for my templates and things like that, so they'll be handy. I also got these are little mini steel brushes. I use these on when I do metal work. It puts a nice texture into the metal, whether it be the tape or the sheet metal itself. Yeah, it just gives that nice brushed metal look, and there's 3 different grades on that. It was $1.50, so I also have some 10-second studio special wheels that you can emboss the metal, but this really gives a nice brushed effect. The other thing I picked up floristry pins. We don't have a lot of these over here in Australia available like this. I know you have them at Michael's and Joanne's in the wedding department, but we carry a very small range here in Australia, and if we do get them we have to import them. But I'll give those, they're about 2.5 inches, so we'll see how they go. Now, I bought this strange lot of, how would you describe it? Okay, it's plastic or nylon-y. It's circular. I really don't know what they call it. As you can see there, it's circular. I think people use it in flower making, but so do I. But what I do is I actually just make like rosettes just by turning it around and making the flower and then putting a centre in. They look quite good. The ones I've had were a lot smaller than this, so we'll see how the larger one goes. That's pink and mauve, so we'll see how those go. I also picked up some stamens. There's about 250 in a pack, so that'll do quite a few flowers, and that one's just got some different colours. But the black one's the ones I like because you can pretty much use those in many flowers, and so we'll go with that. I also picked up a necklace. Now this necklace was $3.50, but these are glass beads. They're lovely colour, a lovely vintage colour, but they have these little rondelles in them. There's 8 of them in the necklace, and over here you pay that just for the rondelles instead, not just the glass beads. So that'll be quite nice. I'll pull that apart and see how that goes. I've been pulling a lot of things apart lately. Now, what else left? Oh yes, I also got this little pot, little wooden one, that I thought that'd go nice in the miniatures. That was at the cheapy shop. What else? I think that's about it. Yes, I think that's about it. I will show you these. I made these rosebuds out of bias tape, and I think it was Kathy Orta showed us how to do it. And I had these reels of bias tape. They were $2 each. I just can't resist a bargain, but I didn't quite know what I was going to do with them. So now I thought with this, that was Kathy Orta, I might not be saying it right, but it might have been an Asian lady, I think, that showed us how to do the braiding with the bias tape and made it into the rose. Mine turned out more like rosebuds, but yeah, I enjoyed doing it. I like to try all different flowers. I might try it again and see if I can get a wider rose, but I have got plenty of tape to practice with. Okay. Yeah, I think that's about it. I would like to thank everyone who sent me comments on my little miniatures here. I appreciate your comments. It was very encouraging. So I think I will definitely carry on with them. Oh yes, I did forget something. What I got was these metal dies. These got little alphabet on it. I use it in my metal, to stamp on metal. I have some large ones, but sometimes they're a bit too large. So I got a smaller set. They're very, very heavy. They're steel. I don't think I would like to import these because they're definitely the weight would would make it far too expensive, but they were $14 at a little hardware store. Most of our hardware stores are like quite big now, with Bunnings, and I think you have Lowe's. They seem to take over everything, but I found this one at a really small hardware store. Alright, well thanks very much again, and I will catch you in the next video. I've got a project that I've been doing. I'm nearly finished it, and I will show you when I do. Okay, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.